There's a wanker in the Red Bull. Red. Conveniently enough.
Yeah, I know.
Sucks, can't lie. Alright, whatever. Did you start the stream yet?
Yeah, I'm posting the link. But we have no.
You already started? I've been talking shit. What the fuck?
Nah, I think he only caught you saying the Red Bull.
Okay. Doesn't matter. It is what it is. Sorry, Fred Parsons.
Max has gone the softer allocation and then said track deck is too high. Why have you gone softer then?
That doesn't help because what? I mean, yeah, it's, the tire. It's because it's a pretty. I mean, it's out in the blazing sun for fuck's sake. Track's gonna be hot, yeah. And tire. What's it called?
Welcome back to round 3
yeah.
of season 4 here in France for what is going to be hopefully a good Grand Prix, mainly Red Bull and Ferrari dominated, but we might see Mercedes pulling through, but it depends on what happens, doesn't it? Last week out in Australia was quite the race with Mike.
It's definitely a track that benefits any car that isn't a Mercedes engine.
Yep. Where is Dylan?
He's not here today. Oh, he is. But like,
he is. Why
they took a while to.
Yeah,
might be a rain
Dylan.
race.
Oh my god. Dylan's not first out. What's this man doing? Fraud.
He's second now.
Fraud.
Who beat him? Gagli beat him out. Haas. Let's go, Haas. Woo! Haas on top, baby. Anyways, fun fact, I was out shopping like yesterday, and I found the Prime energy drinks.
Oh, what, the cans?
Yeah, the cans, yeah.
Did you buy one?
I bought all 5 of them. They were $10.
10
like
bucks?
all 5 of them.
Oh, together?
All together, $10.
So that's $2. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Cheaper than UK. UK Prime's like £2. Which is I don't know, like £2, no, like $2.50.
I think mine was $2.30. No, they weren't. They might have been $2.50.
Are they any good?
I don't remember. I haven't tried them yet. I have them chilling in my fridge.
What the hell? Crack one up, the race done.
I don't need energy right now. I have this Monster Java next to me though.
Lots of drivers out on the track at the moment. We only have a few in the pit lane, but Gagli will be the first man on a lap, and then will be a Alfa Romeo, and then Dylan. So
Dylan fraud today, off his game, third one out.
Yeah, midfield queuing up for their laps as Gagli just crosses to start his lap. Crosses.
So apparently there is gonna be some rain at the end of the race, apparently. Last second rain. I don't know.
Zori said no rain, and then Thomas said rain. So
I don't know.
Yep. But last time out in Australia, Mike took the victory over Jameer after a lap 27 overtake, and Jameer controversially went for that outside on the last lap, but stewards deemed it a racing incident, so Mike did take home the victory. Then came F1 Logic in P3.
No, stewards deemed gave Mike license points, but no time penalty given.
Yeah, so and then Tim came in P4, Mink P5, and then Pampoli P6, Gagli P7. So not a good race for the top 3 teams.
Red Bull spun around.
Where? Middle? Start the lap. Yeah, so no main drivers for Red Bull this weekend. We have Fred Parsons from Mercedes Division 2 and SCR Noise from Free Agents. Oh, can you invite back Epic Dust?
I cannot.
Bro
My
has
EA
the
doesn't work.
worst internet.
Alright, Gagley will be setting the first lap of the session. Has now invalidated 132.4 for the Haas driver. As I believe Max Verstappen next across the line, 132.2, 2 tenths faster. As Dylan P3, Thomas P4, Tim P4 actually jumps Dylan. As Fred Parsons in the Red Bull, 131.4. It's his first run in the Red Bull. Of course, he is a Mercedes Division 2 driver. He did receive a big, hefty penalty last time out. He raced, I believe, 10 seconds for a dangerous SC incident. As Reese Thomas, 133.9, slowest of the bunch so far. As Beth Swansea starting his lap. KP finishing his lap, 131.9, slots himself up to P2. And Paulie up to P3, 132.1 flat. As or with the other Red Bull, Norse actually the slowest of the bunch now, 2 minutes, but he's going to be setting another lap. F1 Logic crossing the line. P2 for the McLaren, 131.7, much faster than his teammate.
Jameer on enters, so just making sure the setup's alright, but I saw Lewis pulling into the pit lane after invalidating, and then the same with Beth Swansea, so not managing to hook up a lap so far. That might put them on the back foot come the end of Q1. Probably having to use an extra set of soft tyres, which would not be optimal. But good first laps from Fred Parson, F1 Logic also getting himself up there, and then KP in P3, and a good showing by the Alfa Romeos so far. But early doors, we still have a lot of time left in this Q1 session.
Yeah. Again, as you can see up on the leaderboard right now, not many Mercedes engines up there, just the top 3.
Beth Swansea's completing his lap now though. On an extra lap that he's done because of invalidation, but he goes up to P3, 3/10 off the pace of the Red Bull. That's a good lap time for used softs around here because degradation is quite high. So that's Mink
will be crossing the line, and the Renault engine home race for them, 5th fastest for him. Red Bull crossing the line. There it is, provisional pole for the other Red Bull, 131.3.
Just invite Epic DOS quick.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, STR Noise goes up to P1, 10th and a half to his teammate. We still have Mike who is crossing the line now, and then Ferrari pulling into the pit lane.
Mike 132.9.
Won't be happy with that one.
Will he be happy with that number?
P12. Over a second to his teammate. I don't think so. F1 Lewis is about to start his lap. Same with Zorro, so both queuing up at the final corner. And we can see if F1 Lewis can keep this lap valid and get a time on the board. His teammate currently in P14 and will definitely want to improve on that lap time. But both Ferraris not yet setting competitive lap times. And I don't know how much time we have left in the session because there's constant yellow flags. So 10 minutes left.
Or 9.5. Dylan has left.
23.1.
What are these yellow flags?
First sector for F1 Lewis. It's just people going slowly on an outlap. STR Noise is coming in. I just
pass sector 1 for Zorro.
Because you're not going to use the tyres again, so. Unless he's going to go for a
Zorro heading to the chicane.
Yeah.
Ferrari
is a long-term slipstream, for a long-distance slipstream from the Aston Martin.
Purple sector 2 for the Ferrari. Of course, Ferrari coming into this race with a penalty. Only one of their drivers will be allocated to score points, and that will be their leading driver on track tonight. So whichever Ferrari is second on track behind well, whoever's the first leading Ferrari to cross the line will receive points. The other one will not, as previous incident in Australia for D1.
Yeah,
So
that's
they'll be
gonna
serving
hurt
that.
one of them because they are both at the moment in a title fight. Both Zoro leading, but Jameer only 7 points behind, currently in P4. So they'll
Zoro
both be wanting
goes.
to get big points on the board. Yeah,
Zoro goes
31.1 for Zoro.
P1.
Yeah,
2
good luck,
times
Zoro.
faster. The Red Bulls, of course, Red Bull without their main drivers tonight, Liam and Mike, and it's been a bit of a struggle to get loans out to that team, but they've managed to get a team out tonight, but definitely isn't one screaming with talent tonight.
F1 Lewis having a little spin there, coming out the slingshot onto the back straight, so now getting caught up by his teammate. Who
Epic Dust will be starting his lap. Demir as well will be starting his lap shortly.
Yeah, only 2 people yet to set a lap time, but I'm sure Jameer will want to set another lap time because at the moment he's going out in Q1.
Oh right, forgot we have full qualifying.
So we might be seeing rain right at the end.
Of Q3, yeah.
No, of
Could
the
be
race.
interesting. The race? Ah, cringe.
Yeah, Dylan said he put a wet setup on, but it might not even rain at all. It says 60 minutes into the session, but that depends on safety cars.
It's France. How much runoff there is?
Yeah, but that's gonna.
You
be
never
a
know
crash.
with these guys.
Yeah, there's gonna be a crash.
It's pretty hard to crash around here, but if they could pull it off, then I'll be very surprised. Jameer going purple sector 1 in the other Ferrari. Of course, Ferrari not lacking this season. Last season they were pretty much the clown show, but now they've showed up in tremendous pace with Jameer and Zoro. Of course, Zoro coming from his championship in Division 2. That's Jameer 1.7.
Taking a very strange line coming up that final corner, using all of the curb on the inside, which could unsettle the car, but he managed quite nicely and goes up into P15. So on the cusp of elimination, but holding it for now as Dylan rejoins the session, and his teammate is just coming to the end of his lap now.
As Norris retires, planning to save his softs. No more laps for the Red Bull driver, as we're going to see the AlphaTauri cross the line. Oh, never mind. Jameer fastest, way faster actually.
Good lap time
by
the Ferrari.
Yeah, 4 times clear of his teammate. As I don't even know where. Oh, AlphaTauri went 6th fastest. There you go. So drops his teammate down to the elimination zone. Epic Dust, both Astons currently at risk, being eliminated. Mike on the cusp. He knows he needs to improve. The Alpine, his teammate, currently sitting.
5 minutes left in the session though, and currently on a lap, so we'll ride on board with him. See what kind of time he can put in.
Of course, Mike, former race winner around DLRL. Wait. Yeah. Multiple race winner. And of course, his best standing result was P2 in the first season of DLRL and the AlphaTauri. Returns home in the Alpine. As only one team here with the home race. Alpine, of course, French team. Currently sitting in P15 and P9. Mike hoping to improve on his P15. As a little bit of wobble there. Heading into the oh, well, I wasn't expecting.
So
Low ass pit lane.
a new pair of softs and go for another lap. But we have Dylan, who's now on an out lap. Both the Aston Martins currently sat at the bottom, and then Epic Dust in the Williams.
Him on his lap, or not on his lap, but ready to start his lap. Thomas currently sitting P13, his teammate 5, so he'll have to improve massively here.
Yes, Dave, it's your home Grand Prix. You are French branded. But Dylan now starts his lap, currently set in P16, 2.4 off the pace, but only needs about 3/10 if he wants to progress through to Q2. That is at the moment. Nobody in the bottom five has improved their lap time, so he would hopefully like to get himself into the second part of qualifying, where his teammate currently sits 1.4 seconds quicker than him, as Dylan goes 300ths quicker in the first sector split. So he's going to need to find more time than that as the lap progresses.
Was Thomas on the left? Cut the corner. As him is coming to the end of his lap. It was a solid lap for the Haas driver, currently sitting in P14. Can he get up? Yes, he can. Goes up to P12, or just ahead of his teammate.
Thomas has invalidated his final lap time. It looks like he has got the fuel load to go for another, but the pressure is definitely on him now. This is going to be his last lap of the session, as Mike has done the same. But there is significant fuel in that Alpine. It still has 4.5 laps, so he will be able to get another lap in.
Bear has retired.
Happy with that lap time. Epic Dusk also on an out lap. He has 1 minute and 10 to get round to start-finish straight. He'll do that with plenty of time. But there's a Haas going very wide there. Tim cutting slingshot corner.
Yeah, he's on his end lap.
Yeah, AlphaTauri not giving Thomas a lot of space to pass, but does eventually yield.
At the corners.
Crazy. What's Tim doing, bro?
Well,
He's just taking a whole different track.
new layout.
Hell yeah. As we can see what kind of lap times people are doing. Max Verstappen has invalidated his, but then comes the Aston Martin of Rhys Thomas, who also has invalidated. F1 Lewis has kept this lap valid, so he is going to be able to improve on his lap. Currently sat bottom of the pile. Can he bump the Aston Martin up to a higher place as he now crosses the line and only
Dylan
goes
has
up
missed
to
the line.
P17 as Thomas goes up to P10. Dylan stays in P16 and is out of qualifying in Q1. Gagley looks to be safe for now, but is crossing the line as Rhys Thomas retires from the session. Gagley crosses the line and goes up into P10, so a good lap time from the Haas, and he's definitely safe into the next part of qualifying. Mike goes into the pit lane, but he still has Epic Dust, who's 3/10 up on his lap time, and Mike could be facing a Q1 knockout here if Epic Dust can find more time in the Williams. What a knockout this will be if he can pull it off.
It would be an absolute destroy for the Alpine team, especially for Dave, the team principal. Home race. They cannot be facing a Q1 knockout, but here comes the Williams, across the line. Okay,
Epic
Mike's
Dust
through.
losing
P17.
time in that final sector, not quite managing to get out of Q1. Mike is safe. But Mike won't want to do the same for Q3, for Q2, sorry. Bit of a close call.
F1
Dave
was
is
on a lot.
celebrating. Is he?
No, it's not.
Another amazing show from the Aston Martin boys.
Bottom of the pile.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I should have gone to the... You think I could have gone into Q2 with Williams?
F1 Lewis has started P20, P18 and P19 in all three races so far. Qualifying is not quite his thing. Maybe back points. There we go then. Jameer takes P1 in Q1, a 1-2 for Ferrari, and then a 3-4 for the Red Bull. F1 Logic coming in P5 for McLaren, and then the AlphaTauri in P6. The Mercedes then in P7 and 8. Mink in the French Alpine P9. Gasly coming in P10. Thomas gets out of the bottom 5 in P11. Pampoli and Max Verstappen take home P12 and 13. Tim in P14, and then Mike just about making it through to the second part of qualifying in P15. Dylan faces another Q1 knockout along with Epic Dust, and then F1 Lewis, who's not made it out of Q1 yet this season, and Reese Thomas right at the bottom of the pile. Div 2 gets streamed. Yep. Not on this account. On someone else's.
They don't get that.
They don't get that. Maybe next season.
Maybe. Do we have a rule on cutting the track during qualifying?
Maybe. I don't think so.
I'll check.
Yeah, I can
Everyone's...
find that bloody rule book.
The outdated rulebook.
What channel?
D1. Stewart's decisions. Not Stewart decisions, but Stewart talks.
Stewart what?
Drivers should not cut any part of the track in order to save time. The only time this would be allowed is when the...
Lots of drivers.
We don't have a penalty on it, but it is in the rulebook that you should not.
There's so many drivers coming out early here. I put on a wet setup.
Might rain.
I swear I mess up with setups. Yeah, Dylan, it's not quite wet. Australia quali was so funny last week.
Don't remember it.
When we were on wet setups and the Mercedes were both on wet setups.
We were better.
I can't. I know who you are, Robin.
Nope, Thomas has spun.
Dave, stop.
What you doing?
Robin's in the chat saying it's bread and comms, and then Dave said it's not bread. And then Robin was like, that's why these comms don't know who I am.
Three cars are currently the only ones in the pits. Nope, 2 cars only.
Gasly again going to start his lap first. Followed closely by Max Verstappen.
He's invalidated.
it's an outlap. Wait, who are you then? I don't recognise your voice. I am... What?
Ooh.
What time is it in the US?
It is currently 2. Oh, Gaglian invalidated.
How'd you have time for this at 2? I thought you were going to school.
No, we have a day off.
Oh.
I would be right now, but
Gaglian
day
is
off.
invalidated, so it will stick to
Yeah, no, I'm sad.
Commonly mistaken to be... Dave, what are you doing? Don't know what's going on in chat anymore. But we'll stick to the racing as Max Verstappen is going to be the first man to put a lap on the board. Gasly goes into the pit lane, and then come both the Red Bulls, followed quite closely by each other. The first, I think, is Fred Parsons. There's Max Verstappen. Oh no, first one is SCR Noise, as he puts a 32.1, and then a Fred Parsons with a 31.0. So STR Noise, not a great first lap, as Tim 1.6 off the pace, and then come the Alpine of Mike, who is just starting his lap. As Zorro doesn't put a great first lap in, neither Jameer.
6 tenths off the pace of Fred Parsons.
Yep, Thomas goes 7 tenths off the pace, so a good lap for the McLaren, and then F1 Logic just crossing the line now. He goes up to 4th, so 3rd and 4th at the moment for the Papaya boys. But next we'll see is Beth Swansea and KP. KP just
Honestly,
come around the corner now.
Do we for Q3? If you guys are watching, probably announce it. Q3, they're cutting the receive license penalty points for cutting the truck in order to get to the pits faster.
Copy that.
Stay on track
Beth
limits.
Swansea, again, invalidating his first lap time. He must have done that late in the last sector, because when I was watching he was valid, but again, doesn't quite get it hooked up, and he's have to go for a second lap here, because he gets very squirrely on the exit of turn 2. But has kept it invalid, so must have done it too late on, and he is going to have to waste his set of tyres and come back in for another pair. As Mike is Mike on an outlap? No, Mike's
A flyer.
Mike's on a flyer. I don't have the
89.
HUD enabled, so I can tell. And then goes for a spin at turn 1. Little pirouette from the Alpine. So 4 drivers. Who do you guys think will win? First shows, Red Bulls seem quite strong, but we know there's a lot of pace still to find in the Ferraris, so I wouldn't count those 2 out too soon. Obviously, only one Ferrari is getting points, so they might have to be tactical about who scores those points. But at this point, I'd put my prediction on Zorro, mainly because I feel like there might be some team orders down at Ferrari, especially because of the state of the championship right now. All very close at the top. Mini race predictions. do you mean, Help me, God. You playing NBA Clash?
No, I was talking in the F1 chat saying that Q3 we won't allow the corner cutting to get to the pits faster.
Okay. Race predictions. Zorro. I feel team orders will be at play in Ferrari. Mini? Can we get a race prediction this time?
I forgot the last time now.
You said and then left it there.
I was focused on the racing.
Just give a race prediction.
I don't know. I feel like it has to be Red Bulls personally. Or Ferraris, I don't know.
Have you seen the clip from the Red Bull?
I feel like it could be a Ferrari
Too far down.
for the win.
Yeah, I feel like the Ferrari's not as strong here. I don't think we yet to see the pace of SCR noise. We need to see a KT masterclass. Yes, I would back Mercedes, but this track is heavily against them. Heavily against them.
AlphaTauri Drinov. Killing P4.
Yeah, good lap time. Zori's now on his lap. 5 minutes 30 remaining in the session. Ready back to Mercedes for every... Hold up, Dave. You've backed Mercedes for every track. I rate the commitment. I don't know. I don't even back Mercedes. They know already. They know the plan. They know the tactics. We've discussed. Did you see the clip from the Red Bull? It just went like straight on at turn 11. That's why SDR noise is 1.1 off the pace.
Oh, stick drift. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have that problem.
I don't. You're not going to invest in a wheel.
I don't know. I'm very fast on the controller.
Exactly. Would you not feel like you'd unlock more on a wheel?
I probably would, but I don't got the budget for that. We can't buy 2K20.
And you got the turn.
Oh, Zero fastest 130.5. Absolutely smashes Fred Parsons' slap out of the park.
That's
As a Jameer
mediums.
Jameer improved? No, he's on a lot right now. Never mind.
Jameer, no, not Jameer. Betron's now on the medium tyre, so after going for Usoft's Q at the start of Q2, he's now gone for mediums. He's invalidated again. Might we be seeing another Q2 knockout for Beth Swansea? So far this season, he has been knocked out twice in a Q2.
It would be a real shame if it happened.
P3 in the championship. So, in fact, he could have probably. He was extremely close to winning. And yeah, Beth is gone. Beth's out.
Oh, who just went up there?
Beth is gonna have to absolutely nail this in lap to the pit. By the time he gets back to the pits, it will be 2 minutes. He has to get out and go straight away. I want to see if he gets to go straight on.
He probably he's on.
Beth, go straight on.
Man of wisdom and truth. I respect him for using track limits.
Well, you're
or the track.
He's not making it. Gonna have to absolutely nail it. Yeah, Lewis, I'm on the same page as you.
Jameer
Nearly
fastest,
fastest.
2/10 of 0. Yeah, Ferrari are looking pretty damn quick around here.
But don't knock the Red Bulls. SCR noise gets a massive snap.
Yeah, I was on board when he
Coming
came
out
up.
of turn 8 there. But 4/10 up on his previous time, so that would only be good enough for about P8. So he's going to need a bigger improvement. Hello, hello. To anyone in chat.
Everybody's currently on their outlap. Haas currently at risk as well, sitting P13 and 15. Beth Swansea at risk as well. Mike at risk. Red Bull of Noah's as well at risk, but he's trying to finish this lap up. Needs a small improvement to sneak into the top 10. Does just that, goes up to P4.
Yeah, and especially with that massive snap he had on the end of turn 8, that's a good lap time from STR Noise. I'd say that lost him about 3/10, so take that off his time. He's definitely in the mixer for pole position here.
As Gagley starts his final push.
Beth is coming out, but he has to make about
Beth is
25 seconds, maybe. He has to cut the track. He can do
gonna
it
have to
because
cut
it's
the
Q2. It's going to be another Q2 knockout for Beth Swansea here. I want to see what kind of track limits he's doing.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I rate it.
He knows what he has to do.
I rate that. My boy.
He can't get in the way of other drivers, though.
I won't watch him. Nobody knows what's happening.
I don't think he'll make it.
I think he
Even
will.
if he cuts the track.
He might go into... Is he going to go into the back of the house? No, go straight. I think he might... Well, what's the time?
20 seconds.
No, he didn't make it.
He didn't make it. Beth Swansea looks like he'll be meeting another Q2 exit.
He's working his socks off, though.
He is. Oh. Yeah, he's out.
Oh.
Yep, there he goes. Beth Swansea will be eliminated from qualifying.
Oh, and his time
Gagley crossing the line. Gagley not enough.
Tim got majorly messed up there from Beth. Had to go around the outside of Beth's AI, and that will really hurt his lap time. And I don't think the gap is the time he's made up is going to be substantial enough, because it's about another 8/10 and doesn't quite do
Tim
it.
out of qualifying as well.
So double Haas Q2 knockout. We are yet to see an Alpine, as an Alpine now goes into P6. But we are waiting on Mike, who's going to finish the lap a lot later than everyone else. Pampoli now crossing the line, 2.5 tenths down on his previous time. He crosses the line, stays P11. So Thomas at the moment is safe, but he's going to have to wait an awful long time for Mike to cross the line.
Thomas might have crashed. Hard on track.
No, because yeah, maybe his car's in the pit lane. But that might be because they sent it back.
So, is Thomas going to live through Q3? As here comes Mike, currently in P14. Does not make it. It's P12 at the end.
Alright, you take this. I'm going to PP.
Again, dude? So, Jameer and Zoro will take a front, take 1 and 2. Fred Parsons and Norris takes 3rd and 4th. KP P5, Ming P6, Max Verstappen P7, F1 Logic P8, Jernoff P9, and Thomas just making it through in P10. Oh, here comes the clouds. Overcast now at France. 10 drivers now. 2 Ferraris, 2 McLarens, 2 Red Bulls, 1 Mercedes, 1 Alfa Romeo, 1 Alpine, and 1 AlphaTauri. Gonna be our shootout for today. As drivers will be making their way out on those soft tires. It will be Max Verstappen to be in charge. Absolutely weird the fuck out of everybody. What the fuck is going on? Everybody's trying to cram their way out of the pit exit. I don't know what for. It might rain. Oh, my cat woke up. Everyone but one car currently out on track. And it's gonna look, might be what, Max or one of the Red Bulls charge.
Wait, what's happened with the weather?
It got darky.
Yeah, I can tell it's got darky. Is it a race to the line? Get some
Everyone's
most
trying to
summer
get
hours
lapping.
on their lap, sorry?
I don't know what's the plan for these guys. Everybody's crowded as hell.
Yeah.
Sure enough, made us
Verstappen
kind of
leads the train out of the final corner, closely followed by Fred Parsons.
Everybody
or
else.
Noise.
As Thomas just jumped the Red Bull, and they're gonna go side by side into turn 1. They're both on their hot lap, so they're not gonna give this up, and it's Fred Parsons' lap being ruined, and Thomas's, because
Silly.
Thomas wanted
Silly,
to be
really.
ahead. Ooh.
Max Verstappen's also
Oopsie.
invalidated. So these guys that are invalidating now are really going to hurt themselves if we do see rain in this session, because the quicker you set the lap, the more the hotter the track temperature is going to be. Later on, tyres are going to be a
Fred
lot
Parsons
cooler.
backs off.
And yeah,
His
I'm
lap
not
is
surprised.
over. Jameer going purple sector 1.
He has 2 laps of fuel in the Red Bull.
As KP Games actually goes purple sector 1 now.
Come on. Come on, KP.
On Logic
Boy.
as well, going purple, I don't think. Alright, well, I guess the bus.
SGR Noise now coming to the end of his lap. He has about 3 corners to go.
Bank has crushed the game.
As Max Verstappen boxes and SDR Noise comes around the final corner. What type of lap time is it going to be? Are we going to see rain in this session? Is it going to be pole position? It's a 30.5. That's a very quick lap time from the Red Bull. Thomas with a... I need to change the setting. Zoro a 10.5 down on his rival. Fred Parsons is not going to settle a lap. Next is going to be Jameer, who goes to the top by 0.08 of a second. KP now crossing
game.
the line. It's only
P4
for the Mercedes for now. F1 Logic goes up into P5, 6 cents down on the Mercedes. And then it's a long wait until Drenov in the AlphaTauri now crosses the line.
Drenov is doing pretty well. Got his AlphaTauri into Q3. He's been up there.
Yeah.
See if he could deliver once again.
From the AlphaTauri on his debut. One to watch for the top teams.
Is he alone or is he a full-time driver now? Oh, Either way, he's going to cross the line. Goes P6, jumps Thomas and Fred Parsons. Of course, Fred has absolutely been his lap. Max Verstappen and making his way out. 6 minutes left on the clock.
Yep, Max Verstappen gonna try to get a lap time in. The clouds are getting darker, but there is no spitting of rain so far. If we do, that will see Jameer take pole position, followed by a Red Bull, and then another Ferrari with the name of Zorro, and then KP picking up the scraps in P4. I don't think the Mercedes is going to be competitive, purely down to the straight line speed. So they are going to have to rely on mistakes from the big two teams if Merck want to take home their podium in this race. But we've seen it time and time again. Got two teams making a mistake on their lap, which then costs them.
Let's try this coffee.
Huh?
Drink.
Whip out some Prime Energy.
I don't want energy drink right now. Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I just saw a
energy.
split of rain. I want energy drink right now. It's raining now.
Oh.
Right on Max's lap.
Yes, it is. So that will mean Jameer taking home pole position.
What you mean? Still not fully.
Oh yeah, Max Verstappen might take it, to be fair. Nah, who am I kidding?
KP making his way out. Brad Parsons running out of fuel.
Look, the track is already... What is this realism? The track's already wet. It's been raining for about 2 seconds. So Shamir's going to complete another lap. So he's not going to have fuel to come back into the pit lane, but he's got the fuel to cross the line and improve on his personal best lap time, which
he didn't improve.
He didn't by 0.2. So Jameer is now going to be walking back to the pit lane in rainy conditions.
Everyone's trying to make their way out. Well, two mostly, Zorro and KP. Try to get one lap in before the rain fully hits in.
What they don't want to do is bin it and destroy the car. Yeah.
Zorro's on the interior, F1 Logics on the interiors.
Aston Martin finished P18 and 19, I believe. Is that Max now crossing the line? And it's P7 for him. So he does jump Thomas. In rainy conditions, it's not too bad of a lap from him. Bruh. I know. Not a strong display from Aston Martin so far, apart from when they took Ben Fincher alone and he scored them points.
Zorro starting his lap.
So Zorro still thinks he can take home
Brad Parsons.
a pole.
It's, to be fair, it's not fully wet.
Yeah, I know.
And he delivered. It's just gonna cool the track down quite a bit. He is up. He is getting up on his time. 1/10. It is purple sector 1. 1.5 10.
If he gets a 30.4 improved on that in rainy conditions, fair play. So deserve
KP he has invalidated. Thomas
like
is also up on his time.
No team take pole, some magical. Yeah, I think if someone was going to take pole, it might have been like an AlphaTauri or a McLaren. But I think it's too late for them to snatch a pole now. Track is too wet. Did you see Zorro's middle split?
He is 2/10 up on his time though.
KP has invalidated. He has 1.5 laps of fuel, so he can go for a second lap.
All about this third sector now to lock out the front row for the Scuderia. As currently Zorro's helmet is the brightest thing out on track, but he's going to be rounding out the final corner. getting on the power, turning on the DRS, and will be crossing the line. For a 130.3, it's provisional pole for Zorro, and it's a 1-2 for Ferrari currently, as the rain is starting to hit more and more.
Fred Parsons yet to set a good lap time, but he has started now. What a pole from Zorro so far. He's going to snatch it. Jameer is now out on track. So
Yeah,
he has
Jameer's
come back
making
out. STR noise is... There's no noise in the Red Bull garage. Sorry.
As Jirinov has retired, currently sitting P6. Fred Parsons 2 seconds up on his time. Well, 3 seconds up on his time, actually. Gonna need more improvement than that.
Yeah. We will focus on him though, because he is going to be the only one that can deny the Scuderia a 1-2 for this French Grand Prix here in a wet qualifying session. A minute remains on the clock. We only have 5 drivers out on track. Jameer looking to snatch away that pole position as Thomas retires in the pit lane. He does not think he's going to improve. Fred Parsons on his lap in the Red Bull. Will he be able to do enough? I don't think he will be able to snatch pole. He's already run out of ERS, so he's not going to get any extra boost from the car, and it's all going to be down to his driving in this final couple of corners.
7 seconds up on his time. And then bring him up from P9, yet it will, but where would it land him? Fred Parsons crossing the line now. Goes up to P6, it's not ideal. As the rain still hasn't fully hit the track.
Yeah. Jameer now starts his lap. The one to watch right at the end of the session. 15 seconds remaining when he started. And this is going to be who can deny Zorro his pole position. Will be able to do it.
Will be rounding out his lap as qualifying will be ending or has finished. Mink, for his first and only time lap of the session, remains in P2. No dog in him, no bag. F1 Logic has missed the line. Fred Parsons won't improve, so all eyes will be on Jameer now, as he's the only driver who could currently set a lap.
Yep, he needs a 10th and 200ths if he wants to take away the pole position from Zorro. So far, keeping the lap between the white lines, and we'll see from his middle split, he's a 10th and a half up on his previous delta. That currently will be enough to snatch pole away from his teammate, but he does need to keep the pace up in this final sector where the rain is pouring a lot harder now.
Let him cook. Yeah, the rain has definitely settled in. It's gone a bit harder now that it's visible on his car. DRS is still active though. Stewards would still believe that it is still optimal for DRS to be active, but it is the final 2 corners here. Around the final corner he goes on the throttle. DRS wide open as he's going to cross the line. Can he snatch provisional pole? No! He did!
He can't quite do it. He didn't even improve on his previous time. 2 thousandths down on what he could manage, but you could see in that final couple of corners he was missing his apexes. The rain definitely affecting the track once he got to the end of his lap. So pole position for Zorro, our championship leader. He was so shocked when he didn't get it.
I was expecting him to go first.
But there we go then.
That's shocking.
Glitch screen as Zorro takes home his second... Did he? No, he didn't. No, his first pole position, I believe.
I do not know.
But Jameer taking home P2, SDR Noise on the second row alongside KP, who only had 1 lap as well. F1 Logic, P5, and then McLaren. Then comes Fred Parsons, who only got a lap in those wet conditions, P6. Drenov in the AlphaTauri sits P7 on his debut. Max Verstappen in P8. Thomas and Mink, the Dutchies, rounding out the top 10 on the 5th row of the grid. So now comes the race. Should be expecting dry conditions for the most part, but rain might be inbound.
Yeah, rain inbound. Bit terrible weather around here. Really. Oh, we got
I
the
don't know what's up
T-posing.
with glitched as engineers. Kind of warm up his
Posing. They're T-Puck, bro. That's T-Puck. Huddling up and... Alright, gang. I'm assuming hard tires will be pretty favorable now. Due to the...
mediums, but I think hards, but with the safety cars we might be able to see today, I think mediums will be the better tyre to start on, because then it gives you the availability to go long into the race if you want to box early for hards. Yeah, pit crew be moving. They're not moving, to be fair. They're standstill.
Very sensitive. Alright, I don't know if I should open that, because I shook, it says shake gently, but like, I kind of shook it up like 3 million times.
Don't do that.
I know, I already did it, but like...
As we get to the race now, we will, we'll telemetry.
Formation left.
We'll have tyres. You can have tyres.
So,
Ooh.
medium being more favorable, but there is some hard runners. There is a car in the wall. 2 cars in the wall, actually, it's both Haas cars. Not what happened.
Oh, I think Reece Thomas
has
been disqualified. So Zorro opting for the hard. Jameer, his teammate, on the medium. So that might be to get the better jump off the line and maybe take his teammate into turn 1. But SCR Noise also on the hard tyres. KP.
Oh, collision at the back. Bradford's going to be disqualified. Dylan's going to be disqualified. Mink's going to be disqualified. To Mike, actually, not Mink.
It's a formation lap. You know, you don't overtake, you stay where you are, and you warm up your tyres. You're just asking for 70-degree tyres, aren't you? Gunther would be crying.
Who's doing the race start?
Who's doing the race? I'll take race start.
Okay.
Chip in if I go quiet. I think it's going to be interesting though, with the difference in tyre compounds for the front 4. Hey, well, Fred Parsons, both Red Bulls opting for hard, so they'll be looking to go deep into the race. But you've got to think as well, will rain come into this at the end? We don't think it will, but you never know with F1 22. Jameer rocking the Leclerc helmet. As Minnie said, Zorro with the brightest helmet you've ever seen. But as they now take their grid slots, and we get this one underway. Zorro on pole for his first time in Division 1 as we go to 5 red lights for the 3rd time in Dryline Racing League this season. And with a very long hold, the lights are out. No cars are moving though as the visual glitch on F1 22 comes back. And now the cars get off the line and we can see what kind of start they can get. Jameer look to get the better start off the line and he's going to be side by side with his teammate into turn 1, but Zorro just slips ahead. KP on the inside of the Red Bull going into turn 1 and there's movement in the midfield. Thomas making up places. Fred Parsons around. Has been spun off in the background. Dylan and Mike making up places. Mike and Tim now retire from the session after making contact. The McLaren's up into P5 and 6 and safety car is deployed. And what a hectic start to the race that was.
What a return from Mike. I don't know what happened there. We'd have to see footage.
See what happened between those two. As you said, hard to crash, but not impossible. And the race slows down. I hate that glitch where the cars don't move off the line.
They just stand there.
They just the really long. They're held really long by the lights, and then they just stand there for a solid 10 seconds. Worst reaction time you ever seen.
Oh, Gagler gets a 5-second time penalty. It's all gone wrong for Haas.
Haas are mudded.
It's just the fact that F1 Lewis is just going up and down the grid for some reason.
Would you see any movement? I think way too early. Lap 1 pit stops. Got to be mental.
I mean, if you're on the mediums, you could probably box for a hard, but it's not a very wise choice.
As you can see, Thomas making up 3 places. Dylan making up 6 from P16.
Gagler going into the pits.
4. Beth Swansea picking up 2. And there's movement in the pit lane, so Gagley comes in. And
Still T-posing, guys.
Is that Alpine nuts? It's all kicking off. Let me check.
So Gagley will be serving his 5 seconds. And we'll be switching onto the hard tires.
Dylan has asked Max Verstappen, what the duck?
Well, I don't know what F1 Lewis is doing. Why are you going down in the order? DLRL formation laps and safety cars don't go well.
DLRL is such a tongue twister. We should
It
change
is.
it.
Why? See these Astons? They're just swapping them in the safety car.
So it's currently P. So we have a Mercedes leading in the Formula safety car. The safety car looks like a Ferrari, I can't lie. If you had like really bad vision, you'd probably say that's a Ferrari.
Yeah, the -20 vision.
As we wait for Gagley to catch the back of the pack, we'll definitely see another lap under safety car. So hopefully lap 4 is when we'll go back to green flag racing.
Yeah, our first report. Great.
I'd like to
That's
see that.
coming from Tim. Yeah, I like to see.
Timmy.
I have egg and toast sandwich. Seriously, what's up with these Astons? Why are they swapping positions? They just brake check the Red Bull. Oh my god, this guy.
There's something needs to be done about this. Timmy.
Timmy's in the pits. Or Yagli is actually. Oh, gee.
Jimmy. Have you watched
New front wing. Good show.
Timmy. Timmy. Jimmy.
I can't review this incident.
No, fuck, I misspelled. Okay, you're Timmy. We have info from the Red Bulls saying the hard tyre are not the ones to be on. Unfortunately, I think everyone will be seeing the hard tyre today. Unless we see rain, which, with the current weather we have, seems very unlikely, as that Gagley is taking a very long time to catch up to the back of the pack. I think did he make 2 stops? Yeah, so he went on to hard, served his 5-second penalty, and came back on to mediums.
Oh wow, that is really unfortunate.
What do you mean, smart strat?
No, I'm looking at the incident. Towards him.
I need to see it.
That was a
I
big
can't lie,
crash.
I need a pee again.
You got the weakest bladder of all time.
Oh my god. I think Mike got spun into him. No, Epic Dust, I'm inviting him back. Sorry, everyone on the stream. My boy needs to get back in.
Williams, bro. Where is he?
I'm inviting him.
Oh, he's 13.
Timmy.
Alright, safety car will be coming in the slot.
You can take the safety car restart.
Goodness. I can't right now, I'm getting that.
Do you want me to take
Alright.
it? You got it?
I got this. Got it. I got my food set. Alright. Zorro leading the field, and he's gonna go put the throttle down, and it's we're gonna be restarting the race. Zorro, Jameer, and Noise as KP and the two McLarens follow. No, just visual bug. Not the Alpha Tauri. They're just absolutely bent it.
Yeah, so order staying the same on this safety car restart. Max Verstappen and Dylan going side by side. Max Verstappen's going to have another lunge up the inside. There's going to be no space given by Dylan. They come together in Australia. They come together again at France. So those two are not ones that will be spending any time together after this race. But Zorro has a decent lead to Jameer. Yeah, Epic does. He joined back on the safety car.
Oh, definitely was fun.
Round goes the Aston Martin. And Rhys Thomas has been put up all the way to P12 as KP has had some sort of spin. He's been dropped all the way back to P11, so Mercedes are having another off day, P10 and 11 for the Silver Arrows at the moment. As Jameer and Zorro are extremely close. I think Jameer will be going for a move in the next couple of corners. 2/10 is the gap at the moment. And the medium tyre is definitely working well for him on this safety car restart. So we can see Dylan making up 8 places, Thomas making up 4, Beth making up 5, KP dropping 7, and Rhys Thomas making up 7. So as we now start lap 5, we can see as Jameer now sets the fastest lap of the race, and he builds quite a big gap, almost a second to the Red Bull behind. And Jameer will be looking to get closer to his teammate and maybe make a move down the back straight into turn 8 and turn 9.
Oh man, outside was salty.
But KP...
Bagley making a move around Rhys Thomas. The Aston.
Good move.
Yeah, good move from the Haas driver.
Beth will be looking for a move now on Mink as he gets the ERS going down the straight. Mink using as well, and you can see the Mercedes has absolutely no straight line speed. Can't even get past an Alpine in a straight line as Beth now has to hang it around behind for another lap as Thomas now
turn off around. Yeah. Also, there's been a lead swap. Jameer has gone past Zorro. So team orders there in Ferrari. Let the faster driver go.
Boring. Beth might have a look up the inside of Mink. You know he's going to go for the outside. And Mink very slow on the apex there. Will there be contact between the two drivers? Mink's going to leave him enough space. Beth's one.
Oh, what a move by Fred Parsons. Completely around the outside of Rhys Thomas, and it makes the move stick.
Yeah,
beautiful
same
move
with
there.
Beth up the inside into the final corner. Mink going to try hold it side by side, but Beth has got the place done. And that will leave Mink now vulnerable to KP behind. And will this be a double overtake for the Mercedes pairing? Not quite into turn 1 as DRS now gets labelled.
Rhys Thomas trying to go around the outside, or down the inside of Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen holds him off. Here comes Rhys Thomas right up the rear wing as F1 Lewis has left the session on track. And Rhys Thomas all over the rear wing and just hits him actually and has to cut the track and absolutely gets punished for it. And he almost takes out Max Verstappen. Dude, this...
Rhys Thomas would be crazy, man.
And he just... Dylan died. And we have another safety car.
What is going on?
You guys aren't capable of driving around fronts.
This track is so wide. What is going on?
Imagine Monaco.
Oh my god.
You guys could drive Monaco, but you guys can't drive France.
I swear we had no safety cars at Monaco.
That's because the safety cars glitched, but like no one really crashed. around Monaco.
Yeah, we had. Wait, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna see how many people finished. I kid you not, it was loads.
It was like 8, but mostly because people got
11 finished Monaco out of 18. That
We've
being
already had
realistic,
3 DNFs.
that's pretty good. I know that's shit.
Realistic. Seriously, I don't know what's going on with Reese Thomas and Max Verstappen going side by side through the formation lap. We literally have a rule where you cannot go side by side at a formation lap Safety car.
Toilet. Can I just say though, in did to Monaco, no one crashed. Lol.
Yeah, you guys are wild. Reese Thomas and Epic Dust into the pits. Absolute disaster class right now. Quick pit stop there for the Williams driver as Reese Thomas gets demoted down to last place. This is one of the races of the country.
Be back. Wait, one sec.
There's a big debate going on how... Oh, Dylan left. Oh yeah, crashed off. Big complaint going on about Reese Thomas unable to have eyes. Joined by my cat.
Now we actually back. Any movement in the pit lane?
Reese Thomas and Epic Dust did box. Reese for a new wing. Epic Dust, just for the vibes.
I don't know what's going on with the front lanes. Something might have to be done about these Aston Martins.
We've always had problems with Aston Martins.
We've had problems. Yeah, true to be fair.
How do you get a penalty on safety car? What?
Yeah.
Okay, what's up with these guys going so slow, dude? What the hell?
They might need to get swapped out a bit more. These guys are.
I've told the admin chat that Reese never belonged in D1 in the first place. F1 Lewis just loves to talk smack and talk how good he is, but he's never actually proved it. I've seen Aston in the points. I've seen an Aston on the podium. Thanks, parents.
That's true.
And F1 Lewis has done...
Safety car.
It's not even that. There should never be a safety car around France.
Yeah, especially 3D.
With capable drivers.
Yep, something might have to be changed about the driving pool.
Yeah.
I would have put a Williams.
Because I don't blame... Because I definitely don't blame any of the drivers currently at the front right now. Jameer, Zoro, Noise, F1 Logic, Drenov, all these drivers up front. It must be annoying for them dealing with guys who cannot drive on the most spacious track on the calendar.
Yeah, it doesn't get wider than this.
There's seriously no other track on this calendar wider than this, as the safety car will be coming in for the second time. Lap 8. Oh, Tim left.
I'm a third of the way through this race. 16 drivers remain. Who do you think should be swapped out? I think Reese, Lewis.
Reese and Lewis, simple as that. The Astons.
When does the rain start?
Oh, that's a good point, because now there's been 2 safety cars.
I don't
slow
think
laps.
we were going to see rain. Yeah, true.
We were never going to see rain, but now that the race has been held up, we could see rain it at even earlier time, because it's still impending.
Yeah.
At the end of this race, but earlier
It might
now,
just get
as
dark.
Jameer.
STR
It might, but Jameer
very
won't be
close onto the back of Zorro.
Alright, Jameer punches it, and we're going to be racing once again, lap 9.
Look
As
at the
Noise.
train behind Zorro. Extremely close between the top 4. As Jameer got a bit of a good restart, getting a bit wide at turn 1. Gagley picking up a 3-second time penalty, but SCR Noise dropped back a bit. F1 Logic in the fight, and Dreenov there as well. Top 5 very close together. As there's a train forming behind just the leader, to be fair.
Noise. Yeah. Oh, here comes F1 Logic. F1 Logic with the Mercedes and draining the battery, trying to make a move past this Red Bull. Red Bull realizes this, uses the battery as well, but F1 Logic down the inside, nothing's gonna happen. Around the outside potentially, but no, the Red Bull holds on.
Yeah, F1 Logic just needs to drive his race here. He doesn't want to waste time fighting the Red Bull, because they are definitely driving different races. Fred can on the tire record. Your dad. Is that Beth Swansea?
Beth Swansea trying to make a move.
Yeah.
Oh, snap of the car! Here comes Pampoli, never mind. Beth Swansea lose a bit of time out of that corner. Had a bit of a moment there, really.
Yeah, as Epic Dusk might look for a move on the Aston Martin, both Mercedes engines, so they're not going to be going anywhere down the straights. But Williams quite handy in a straight line compared to the Aston Martin. And into turn 1. It's going to be an ambitious move around the outside of there. Can't quite pull it off for now, but he's extremely close on this exit. Might be looking for the move into turn 3. Around the outside, can't quite pull it off. So he's going to have to stick behind the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin, bit of a mobile chicane for the Williams.
Swansea did make his way around Thomas, as Pampoli trying to pressure Thomas, but here comes KP Games on to Pampoli. Not gonna happen. Through the chicane, a little bit of contact there from KP.
Little love tap. KP knows about having collisions with that chicane. Apparently he collided with STR Noise, I believe it was, so that's why he's found himself down the order. Epic Dusk has been spun.
Has had a moment.
But, KP now up to P8 and will be looking to follow his teammates.
Oh, Fred Parsons trying to make a forceful move on Gagley. Down the inside, place you rarely see overtakes, but Fred Parsons around the outside. Gagley getting on the power way earlier. Gagley's going to remain ahead.
Yeah.
A Haas versus a Red Bull.
From the Haas.
Drifting there from the Haas driver, as DRS will be turned on just to add a little bit more carnage to this already chaotic race. First time it's been turned on, actually.
Never a dull race in dryline racing league. If you want to get involved, hit the link.
Always chaotic. Yes. Do it. We need members.
We need people to replace people.
And we also need people to add to our new division.
Yes. But Jameer
That's
is now going to be under threat from Zorro, who has the DRS. The hard tyres may be coming to play now as the mediums start to drop off. And this is where Jameer is going to be... what's the word? Lost my train of thought. Jameer is going to be under threat from the guys on the hard tyres. Finally got it out.
AP gets past Thomas, as Reese Thomas picks up a time penalty to add to his, let's see how many penalties he has. 28 seconds, he's about to get disqualified.
Yeah, bro, he has to go. I can't lie.
Been known for a while that the guy is completely washed with his Alonso-looking helmet.
It's Max Verstappen driving style.
Max Verstappen, that is. Beth Swansea into the pits.
early pit stop from Mercedes. 37 mile per hour pit limiter around here, so they're going to have to watch their speed as they do enter the pit lane. Beth Swansea does that okay. And I assume he'll be going on to the hard tyres and coming back into this race at the back of the field. These guys will be gambling on another safety car now, I think. As
F1 Lewis
picks up a 3-second time penalty. So the race now settling down a bit, but we are seeing a DRS train form behind Jameer, who Jameer has some very, very handy straight line speed. And that might come into his favour as the race progresses. He looked like he was gaining time there, even though Zorro had the DRS.
Max Verstappen has found his way past Fred Parsons here. Fred Parsons not going to let this up, really. Both out of battery. Both are just are depending on their cars here. Fred Parsons going to have to let this one go. As Bagley trying to put pressure on Pampoli for P9.
I don't know what happened to Fred Parsons. Oh yeah, he got spun at turn 1.
Yeah. As Noise gets a 3-second time penalty, it's epic. Someone's had an off. I don't know what for. Oh, AlphaTauri!
As Jameer pulls the trigger and comes into the pit lane to go onto the hard tyres. We'll come back into this race quite far down. He'll be ahead
KP.
of Beth. As KP as well, so both in the pit lane.
Yeah. So this is going to be the undercut by Beth actually. Coming out of the final corner.
On his teammate.
Jameer's already out of the pit lane. Beth Swansea does have the warmer tires. KP Games does get jumped by his teammate. The undercut paying off for Beth.
Yeah, there was only a 1-lap undercut, so you can see getting caught in the train, you lose a lot of time. So this is a good strategy from the Mercedes boys. They will be beating the guys that are in the train, coming out hopefully ahead. But the front two building a big gap to Logic behind. F1 Lewis and Reese Thomas getting up to some shenanigans.
Noise is currently catching up to Zorro.
Yep, Mink might be looking for a move on his old mate Thomas. The gap around 4/10 separating them at the moment. Are we going to see any more movement in the pit lane? Maybe F1 Logic, who is on the mediums. I think he might be coming in this lap and does. Same with Thomas. So double stacking down at McLaren.
Fred Parsons with a 3-second time penalty and a speeding penalty to add that. 8 seconds just picked up
Thomas
just like that.
Thomas,
Yep.
will Thomas get held up?
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Just enough.
Not very smart. As Fred Parsons retires.
On track or in the pits. He's just giving up. Wow. We're alone from Red Bull.
As Beth Swansea is going to get ahead of F1 Logic. So Beth Swansea undercut at the moment is going to get them up to P4. So a net P4 for Beth Swansea. KP net P6. So the undercut really working here. Massive tyre degradation, and these long corners helping the tyres to warm up quite nicely for the people that boxed earlier.
Jameer gonna go fly past Epic Dust here. No concern there for Ferrari. Quite simple overtake.
It was.
So he'll be hunting down the duo of the Crashton Martins. Awful pun, I'm sorry, but it's what it is. Oh my god, F1 Lewis just almost brake checked Reese Thomas. What is these two doing? We're gonna see some Drive to Survive drama shit here, boy.
Yeah. This might be the last you see of these two.
Frankly, they've been quite miserable.
So
as Pampoli pulls the trigger as well. And I put my delta. So Pampoli into the pits. Shamir with the fastest lap. Not surprised there. Fastest car out on track tonight.
As Pampoli comes into the pit lane, he's going to be... They're going to kill Jameer, watch. I swear to God, if they do, I will actually end myself before they kill Jameer. It's like
You mean they'll end you? Yeah, and then...
Oh, one of them's gone.
Oh, thank God.
There's one less
Oh,
for
no.
Jameer to worry about. Hopefully he doesn't... Yeah, Beth doesn't get hampered, but someone else will. Because Jameer is going to make...
Reese Thomas will defend on Jameer. But still no concern. Jameer flies on past the Aston Martin.
SCR Noise making up quite a lot of time. He's got inside that 1 second window, 7/10 behind the gap at the moment. These guys have surely got to come into the pit lane soon. We have 12 laps remaining in this race, maybe a lap or two. As Zorro now pulls the trigger. And Zorro gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Those do not get removed, so he is going to have to go the distance.
Green off as well.
Yeah, so as we said, pit lane speed is a lot, is 37 miles per hour.
Yellow flag as well. Mink is at the moment. Mink all now has allowed Gagley into the DRS zone.
What's going to happen here is Jameer is going to get the undercut on his teammate, comes out ahead, although he is on the hard tyres. Zorro is
Reese
on
Thomas.
The mediums.
Oh, mediums.
As Zorro just clears Reese Thomas and won't have to deal with trying to pass an Aston Martin in his race. 4
drivers who haven't boxed currently out on track, and 3 of them are currently in a scrap for the podium spots. Mink, Gagley, and Max Verstappen.
What's happened to KP? He's completely lost track of his teammate. He has got caught up behind F1 Logic and F1 Lewis.
Trying to make a move on Mink. It's not going to happen too far back this time. Pampoli with a time penalty here.
As STR
As Beth Swansea.
3-second time penalty. Beth Swansea getting past the Williams.
Epic dust. Yep.
Next target for him is Reese Thomas, who's about 2.5 seconds down the road. He has only 8% battery, so...
Red Bull into the pits. No penalty for him. Hoping for a clean stop from, frankly, one of the fastest pit stop teams in F1. Yeah. That's a quick stop for them. Mink with a 5-second time penalty. Gagley will stay out another lap. He does have the DRS from Mink, or used
Gagley, box for softs. Oh, he's made... You got to take into consideration, he has made his pit stop. So
he has.
He can go to the end. Whether the tyres will do it is a different story.
That's up. Yeah. So Gagley will be taking the lead of the race in the Haas. We love to see it. As Noise is currently going to go head-to-head against Zorro. Zorro's going to get ahead of Noise. And just movement all up around the paddock, and just F1 Lewis colliding with F1 Logic, the 2 F1 guys. None of them gets spun around, as it's just gone horribly wrong for McLaren actually. Oh, F1 Lewis has spun.
Fight for the lead, Max Verstappen and Gagley going side by side. Max Verstappen getting the move done on the Haas, but that Haas is not going to give it up easily. He's going to try fight back around the outside of the Alfa Romeo. Going into turn 10. Can he get that move done? Not quite. He has to stick behind in P2. Tyres? Of course. Max Verstappen is gonna go...
Mink gets a 5-second time penalty. All gone wrong for most of these guys.
Yep. What was I gonna say? Zorro seems very quick on the medium tyres.
Gagley will be staying out once again.
This man is going for it.
Gonna go.
He can stick it out. His tyres are gonna be
Lewis.
cooked, but he can actually hold out.
F1 Max Verstappen into the pits will be changing onto the medium tire. Zorro with the fastest lap. So New tires fit on for the Alfa Romeo, who's going to jump down out of the points. And remember when McLaren had 2 drivers in the points? Well, it's now down to 1.
Yep, Beth Swansea has made his way up to the best of the rest once Gagley comes in. Whether Gagley comes in or not is another story.
Oh, Beth Swansea with a moment.
Yeah, very
Reese Thomas now all over the back of him now. Reese Thomas found himself in P6.
Was he stopped though? He stopped? What?
He had. Stopped under the safety car, I told you.
He's just passed. No, man. What is Reese Thomas doing? What's he doing up here? He's gonna get nosebleed.
Oh, Beth's not gonna give this up though.
Beth is flashing.
The goddamn Mercedes engine is absolute rubbish, and Reese Thomas is no concern.
Oh, it's SDR Noise and Zorro going side by side. I don't think SDR Noise got that move done. He is extremely close to the back of that Ferrari. Jameer also looking for a move on the Haas, so he's getting backed up into these two. You've got to remember, Jameer does not have a penalty. SDR Noise now is 6 seconds.
Noise gets a penalty.
Zorro has 5. So, at this moment, Jameer will be the only one scoring points. And Zorro will score nothing.
No bag, no dog. Come on, Haas, do a quick pit stop. Get him out on track right now, right now. God damn it.
I think we have seen everyone's pit stop. Gagley boxing me, yeah. Good stint, to be fair.
Just got
18 laps on mediums.
Gonna come out in P13. Right behind Max and Pampoli. Epic Dusk and F1 Logic going head to toe, or battling.
Here comes STR Noise. I don't think he's close enough down this straight. The gap only 2 tenths. And I think STR Noise has just started flashing his ERS. Jameer has 85% battery. Zorro has 6. STR Noise has 2.
Epic. Noise. Right up the rear wing. It touches the rear wing as well. Noise down the inside. Hey, make the move stick. Not quite. Great battling here. Down the inside once again. They touch and Noise is around. It's just a bit forceful there from Noise.
Yeah, and he will have to try build back that gap to the Ferrari pairing. Might we see team orders at Ferrari?
Huh. As Drenov trying to make this overtake on the Aston Martin. As the Aston Martin's not going to let this up, just draining the battery. Drained it so much that he has none left. As Drenov around the outside, late on the brakes, and it's a great move there from the AlphaTauri. We haven't seen an AlphaTauri this high up since Season 2.
Yeah, KP Games now going to try
great defense
pick
as
up
well.
The scraps as he goes a little bit deep into that corner, avoiding the 2 ahead of him. But he will look for the DRS now on Reese Thomas as he gets a great exit right on the back of the Aston Martin, and he's almost going to pass him before the DRS line as he now gets down into the straight, and he's already got the move done.
Well, you forget that it's a Mercedes.
Yeah, I do, but he's also against a Mercedes. But Reese Thomas is going to use so much battery, and KP, even though he's side by side on the straight, cannot get that move done.
Oh, contact, man. Contact there from Mercedes and Aston.
Basically, in Australia.
Aston is so much better than the Mercedes, and their straight line is absolutely ridiculous.
Team orders at Ferrari. Zorro allowed pass by Jameer.
Oh, Beth Swansea with a penalty.
But Zorro.
There's a lot of penalties.
Jameer just needs
Reese
to stay
Thomas
within
28 seconds. I forgot about that.
Yeah, oh yeah. Jameer needs to stay within 5 seconds as SDR Noise
hits
the barrier at the final corner, and it's out of the race.
It's gonna be a safety car.
And we have a safety car.
Third of the race, and it's gonna be everyone into the pits. Mercedes get promoted up to 3rd and 5th. Everybody else, Max stays out. Pampoli into the pits. Gagley into the pits. Thomas into the pits. F1 Lewis is not even here.
Robin, in basically Australia, Ferrari had a driver that.
I didn't want points anyway, the TP says. Yeah, double DNF for Red Bull here tonight. It's in shambles, and it's...
Basically, Waterman started taking people out, and the penalty for Ferrari was a £5 million fine, 25 constructors' points deducted, and they can both race for France, but only the one that scores higher, so say Jameer gets P1, Zoro gets P2, then only Jameer scores points, Zoro gets none. So basically only one driver scores points.
So many drivers have entered the pits, and we have 4 soft runners, 1 medium runner. F1 Lewis is AFK, and everybody else has a decision to make. Do you box or do you not? 7 laps to go. And
yeah.
rain isn't far off. It is definitely clouded up. Zoro will be heading into the pits.
Hey yo, what's Jameer doing? Jameer, what in the Ferrari strategy is this?
Zoro stays in. Jameer stays out. Zoro comes in. He's gonna serve his 5 seconds as well. So this is gonna drop.
Oh my god.
This is gonna drop Zoro down to. Ref stays out. Granov stays. Comes in. KP comes in. Reese Thomas comes in. F1 Logic comes in. Max Verstappen is gonna stay out. He's gonna go for it. He's got the tires to do this. Only 3 laps in, and it's crowded down in the pit lane today, right now.
KP opting for the softs. Zoro only going for mediums. So it's going to be a checkerboard Ferrari Mercedes. Apart from Max Verstappen, why are you sticking out, you pleb?
Max, he's got the tires.
And still my P4 again. So yeah.
It's gonna be a sprint to the line, boys. Reese Thomas just found himself in P6 with 28 seconds still.
I don't think you can serve that in the pit lane.
No, you can't. The guys who boxed early did not gain anything. F1 Lewis has done 21 laps on these hards.
Why is that soft? That's what I'm saying. We have KP on softs, Reese Thomas softs, F1 Logic, Greenoff, Epic Dust, and then everyone else. But Zoro going mediums, so maybe he didn't have a spare set of softs.
Probably didn't. He was one of the few runners who were in Q3.
They are the penalties.
Beth with 3 seconds. Reese Thomas 28 seconds.
28. How do you get that?
He went wide. He got hit. No, he didn't get hit, but he hit someone and he went off track in sector 1. Like, you know, that those shitty corners. He went off track there and he got 5 seconds and 10 seconds.
Can't lie. I know what the Ferraris are doing here.
Going for it.
And making Jameer stick out, so then Zoro gets fresh tyres, overtakes him. Zoro scores the points, Jameer doesn't. Or they've got
Epic Dust into the pits.
But we will see 3 racing laps. I don't know how far off rain is, do not ask. You see it?
This is where the soft tires kind of come into play. As Thomas comes into the pits again. Gagley gets promoted up. Epic Dust as well. Good box. So F1 Lewis will be disqualified. Reese Thomas is going to drop 19 million positions.
Beth has just quoted, "I'm a sitting duck."
Yeah, I hope he realizes that. He quite is a sitting duck.
Hopefully he can get some support from Jameer, but... Yeah, no. Zoro wins this. This is a good way of trying to hide that Zoro needs to get the points from Ferrari, but...
Nah, create some controversy, Jameer. Pull away. Just be like, I'm gone. See ya.
Yeah, Beth, defend with your life. Defend like a lion.
Beth is quite literally a sitting duck, because not only is he on old hards, not only, no, well, it's only one other thing. He's in the Mercedes.
But I would not
And
count out KP here. KP is on soft tyres. He could maybe even
in
get
a
himself up into
Mercedes.
P2. He needs to pass Verstappen and then Jameer and Bet. And he is going to have... Hopefully safety car him's in now. There's Thomas, bro. Bro, drive quicker.
He's trying to hold it back. Oh, he's definitely going to come in this lap, though. No. They could come in last second.
Yeah, I hate when
but it might.
It's gonna do it. Watch.
It's not. It's too late.
No!
Let's stay for one more lap.
Bro, go in! He's here.
Thomas wasn't close enough. Thomas might box again, actually. He could just do that. Epic Dust goes into the pits again.
What's Bro doing?
Just chilling.
What's Reece Thomas doing? We know he's going to the back, but like... What is his strategy? Oh, we're not going to see any rain. 10 minutes out for rain. That's why I said, bro, go in.
Yeah, then go to the softs.
Robin, I swear you use this. I remember, yeah, in Japan, season 3, you were like, someone's broken the 50-meter board, I cannot break.
I didn't want points anyway. Alright, final showdown.
Yep, this is literally a sprint race.
Oh, my cat's still awake. 3 actually, including that Aston Martin 23 lap old Hearts.
Yeah, but we're not counting him, he's not. The picture right now is which Mercedes going to be on the podium? Because there's going to be, is Max Verstappen going to be on the podium?
Is there even going to be a Mercedes on the podium?
Is there going to be a podium?
Just delete this race. Fine. Drop this race.
Everyone crashes. What happens if everyone crashes? Is there a podium?
No. Actually, yeah, because technically everyone completed 90.
Yeah, but what if you all crash right at the start? Anyway, that's not important right now. The importance is Jameer and what kind of restart he can get on Beth Swansea and inevitably his teammate who is going to be on his gearbox. I've told
Jameer's going to go
to defend like a lion.
And Zorro's already up the rear wing of Beth Swansea. Beth Swansea, of course, does not have a straight line speed in his Mercedes, but he's going to hold him off. KP Games trying to make a move stick on Max Verstappen. Reece Thomas.
Here comes Zorro down the inside into turn 4. Can he get this move done? Beth Swansea is not going to fight it. Zorro now only has 1 car between him and victory here in Paul Ricard. But the race is not over yet. We have 2 laps to go.
Oh, Beth Swansea has a moment. Max Verstappen all up the rear wing of the Mercedes. And you know what's the deal here? Ferrari engine versus Mercedes engine.
Here comes KP though on the inside of the Alfa Romeo. They're going to go 3 wide into turn 8. Who's going to come out on top? Beth Swansea is going to be side by side with Max Verstappen. Beth Swansea going to hold it on the inside. Max Verstappen drives all the way around the outside as KP has to go off the track to pass his teammate. This is going to invite Drianov and the Aston Martin into this. As there's about 6 cars in the space of 5 corners. As Reece Thomas is going to go round the outside of all of them. Max Verstappen on the podium. KP back up into P4. Beth Swansea down to P8. Reece Thomas is still in P5 being pushed around by the AlphaTauri.
Look at this battle! Holy hell, man! There's like 8 cars within 5 tenths of each other. Max Verstappen's currently leading the pack. Zorro trying to get past his teammate Jameer.
as Beth is now going to go side by side with Gagley.
So-
Beth is all the way down into P10.
He was at
P10.
he was at P3 at one point.
He was P2. It's all going
Yeah,
wrong for
around
the
there.
Mercedes driver. KP still trying to find a way past that Alfa Romeo, who looks very handy in a straight line. But Zorro is going to be fighting his teammate.
Down the inside, KP almost around. Max Verstappen's around. It's carnage at the turn in the sector 1.
But
KP
Zorro
just
is now
drove
going to
into-
get the run on his teammate. There's carnage all over the field, but all we care about is the front two. Is there team orders at Ferrari? For the moment, it doesn't seem like it.
Max Verstappen is dropped all the way down to P12. There's a battle going on two abreast. Here comes Gagley down the inside of Pampoli. Pampoli around the outside remains in P7. Beth Swansea trying to make up position.
Yeah, Beth Swansea
KP's up on the podium.
The pressure on Gagley, as Gagley going to go around the outside of Pampoli, as Zorro and Jameer getting very close as Jameer gets a 3-second time penalty. And that means...
And there goes Zorro. Yeah,
team
Jameer
orders.
knows where he's...
You boring bastards.
F1 Logic trying to make a move on F1, on Reese Thomas, apologies. Gagley is making his way up on the field. Gotta look at these penalties. Everyone has 3 seconds.
Wait,
basically.
can we just say, if Jameer overtakes Zorro, KP wins?
Pampoli down the inside of Gagley. What's up?
If Jameer overtakes Zorro, KP wins. Come on, Jameer! 8 tenths the gap.
No, because Zorro...
And look at
I
the
mean, oh, yeah.
train that's gone from Reese Thomas down to P12. 7 cars.
DRS is active, so Reese Thomas will not have the DRS from the AlphaTauri. The AlphaTauri got away just enough,
Jameer,
just
you're
far
making it
enough
pretty
to
obvious.
not get to give Reese Thomas DRS. Here they come, Reese Thomas with no DRS. He's actually gonna hold off F1 Logic. Here comes Gagley draining the hell out of all the batteries.
Let's look
Reese
at
Thomas
this train
just
of
holding on.
cars.
It's absolutely scenes here around France. Look at that. That's a screenshot from the century, boys. Sounds like fucking
Very
NASCAR.
good looking. But KP still need to stay within Jameer's DRS.
3 seconds.
You got to think Zorro
Matter.
might get a penalty for his collision with the Red Bull. This
You're
might come
acting
down to
like
short
KP
decisions.
just didn't take out Max.
I didn't see it. All I saw was Max
I
this
saw.
time.
KP
Yeah,
went
so
for it. And
Lots of
So
people are going to be in the stewards room after this. But
it's raining now, but it's too
Zorro
late.
comes
Zorro
across the
will take
line
victory.
to win the French Grand Prix. Jameer comes home in P2. Take that back. KP comes
AlphaTauri
home
on the podium.
in P2.
Reese Thomas will be
AlphaTauri
dropping 19 million positions.
down to P12. 6-7
What the heck? Why did...
for Alfa Romeo. What a race.
Jesus Christ. I don't know why my driver just dropped 19 million positions. Epic Dust is your driver today.
Sorry to not focus on Zorro winning. There was kind of a lot of shit going on with
Yeah.
everyone else. But Zorro taking home the victory for the Scuderia, their second of the season. KP P2. The AlphaTauri will be P3. That is because Jameer will not be scoring points because of Ferrari's penalty from Australia. Yeah, safety car. Definitely gave Zorro that win there. He managed to get his 5-second penalty off and put on a new set of tyres. But KP had the pace to stick within that 3-second time penalty and gets P2 on track. But there you go then. Zorro takes home his second victory of the season. KP with his first podium of the season. Jameer taking him P3 on track, but unfortunately won't be scoring any points. That means Drenov in the AlphaTauri will be getting his first podium. F1 Logic coming home in P5, Max Verstappen, and then Pampoli. Max Verstappen got spun by KP in the late stages of that race, so he finishes in P6. Epic Dust in the Williams in P8, so a great show from him. Beth Swansea, who had a massive moment on those hard tyres, a sitting duck, got brought down all the way to P9. Gagley was in P10 for Haas. Thomas, P11, just outside the points, and then came Mink. So both the Dutchies outside the points up Paul Ricard, Reese Thomas, and then Aston Martin. Reese Thomas with 28 seconds worth of penalties, and then came the DNFs in SDR, Noise, Fred Parsons, Dylan, Mike, and Tim. That is your French Grand Prix. I don't know what race it is next. Come back next week for